Friends, today I stand before you to remind you of something profoundly important. A truth that, once embraced, can change the course of your life. We all face challenges, moments when the mountains before us seem insurmountable and the valleys appear too deep to cross. In these times, it is easy to feel small, powerless, and unsure of how to move forward. But let me tell you this: the strength you need to overcome any obstacle, to face every trial, to rise again when you've been knocked down, that strength is already within you. It's not something you have to search for. It's not something that will arrive someday in the future when you feel ready or when the right circumstances align. The power to stand tall, to endure, and to triumph is already inside you, placed there by the Creator Himself. What you need to realize is this: you have been equipped for this journey from the very beginning. It is in your DNA, in your spirit, in your soul. This strength is not something you manufacture, but something you awaken. It's a force that resides within you, waiting for you to discover it, to trust it, and to use it. So, my friends, I encourage you to embrace this truth today. The strength you need is not a distant dream. It is yours now. It has always been yours. And when you fully understand and accept this, nothing will be impossible for you. The journey ahead may be long and difficult, but the strength to endure, it's already within you. Let's explore how you can tap into that strength, recognizing the inherent strength within yourself is the first and perhaps most important step in unleashing the power you have to transform your life. All too often, we look outward for strength. We look to others for guidance, support, or inspiration, hoping they will provide us with the answers we seek. While the support of others can certainly help us on our journey, the truth is that the strength we need to navigate life's challenges is already present within us. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that strength is something that is earned, something that must be achieved through external validation or accomplishments. We often think that we will be strong only after we have succeeded in certain areas of life, after we have overcome a major obstacle, or after we've achieved a certain level of success. But this thinking is misguided. The truth is, strength is not something you have to wait for, nor is it something you need to prove to others. Strength is already in you, woven into your very being, ready to be called upon in moments of need. To truly recognize this strength, you must first understand that it's not always about physical power or external achievement. Strength is a mindset. It is a state of being that allows you to push through the hardest of circumstances. It's the ability to keep going when everything in you tells you to stop. It's the ability to rise up after a fall and to keep moving forward even when you're uncertain of the outcome. The recognition of your inner strength begins with self-awareness. It requires you to acknowledge that no matter what you have faced in life, you have always survived. You have overcome every challenge you've ever faced. And that in itself is proof of your strength. Each time you faced a hardship, whether it was a personal loss, a failure, a broken relationship, or an internal battle, you made it through. You may have felt weak in those moments, but the very fact that you're still here today proves that you have an incredible reservoir of strength that you may not have even realized existed. This strength is not about being immune to pain or difficulty. It's not about never feeling fear, doubt, or weakness. True strength is the ability to face these emotions, acknowledge them, and still move forward in the face of them. It's about embracing vulnerability while continuing to show up for yourself and for others. It's about holding on to hope, even when the future looks uncertain. And most importantly, it's about trusting that you have the ability to handle whatever comes your way. Understanding that this strength resides within you is liberating. It shifts your mindset from one of helplessness to one of empowerment. When you recognize your inner strength, you begin to approach life differently. You no longer see obstacles as insurmountable challenges, but as opportunities to tap into your inherent power. You begin to understand that no matter how difficult the path may seem, you are equipped to navigate it. You don't need to look outside of yourself for strength, because it is already there, waiting to be drawn upon. One of the most powerful aspects of recognizing the strength within is that it shifts the way you view your past. Rather than seeing your past struggles as failures or burdens, you begin to see them as the very things that have shaped and strengthened you. Every hardship you've endured has been an opportunity for growth, teaching you lessons that have made you more resilient. You may have stumbled along the way, but each stumble has built the strength you now carry. Your past is not something to regret, but something to embrace. It has given you the fortitude to face anything the future may hold. This understanding of your inner strength also helps you to be kinder to yourself. We are often our harshest critics, focusing on our flaws and mistakes instead of acknowledging our achievements and progress. When you recognize the strength within you, you stop measuring your worth by the standards of others and instead start measuring it by your own resilience, growth, and the wisdom you've gained along the way. Recognizing the strength within you also leads to a sense of peace. When you know that you have the power to face whatever comes your way, fear begins to lose its grip on you. You may still feel fear, but it no longer paralyzes you. Instead, you see fear as a natural part of life, something that can coexist with courage and determination. You stop being afraid of failing because you know that failure does not define you. It is simply another opportunity to grow stronger. The strength that lies within you is not something that you have to force or fabricate. It is not something that is hidden or difficult to access. It's right there inside you, ready to be used. All it takes is the recognition that it is there, the willingness to trust in it, and the courage to rely on it when the time comes. So, I encourage you today to pause and reflect on the strength you already possess. Understand that you have always had the power to face life's challenges, and you always will. You do not need to look to others for validation or approval to know that you are strong. You are enough just as you are. You have within you everything you need to succeed. The strength you need is not something that will appear someday in the future. It's already here, inside of you, ready to be awakened. Trust in it and trust in yourself. The journey ahead may be difficult, but you are more than capable of facing it because the strength you need is already within you. Challenges are a part of life. We can't avoid them, no matter how much we wish we could. But here's the secret. Challenges are not roadblocks, they are opportunities in disguise. Every single challenge you face is an opportunity for growth, transformation, and development. When you understand this, challenges no longer become something to fear, but something to embrace. Think of challenges as the weight that strengthens you. Just like a bodybuilder gets stronger by lifting heavy weights, you grow stronger by overcoming life's obstacles. Each time you face a challenge and come out on the other side, you are different, stronger, wiser, more resilient. When you encounter challenges, your initial response might be to retreat, to seek the easiest path, or to resist. But that's when you need to remind yourself that this challenge is not something to be feared or avoided. It's an opportunity to push your boundaries and expand your capacity. It's a moment where you can stretch your limits, develop new skills, and find out what you're truly made of. The most successful people in history have always faced significant challenges. But what set them apart was their ability to view challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. They understood that every setback was a chance to learn something new, to grow, and to become better. This mindset doesn't just apply to big, life-altering challenges, but to smaller, everyday ones as well. The way you approach these situations is what determines how much you'll grow. When challenges come your way, take a moment to assess what you can learn from the experience. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me? It might be a skill you've never had before, a new perspective on a situation, or even a personal revelation about yourself. The key is to stay open to the lesson. Each challenge is like a puzzle, and with each challenge, you are learning how to fit the pieces together. Sometimes it may take time to see the bigger picture, but trust that in the end, you will emerge stronger and more equipped to face future challenges. When you begin to view challenges as opportunities, you start to change the way you perceive your life. Instead of seeing difficulty as something to avoid, you begin to embrace it as part of your journey. With each new challenge, you become better prepared for the next one. And soon you'll realize that what once seemed insurmountable becomes something you can handle with confidence. That in life it is easy to place our faith in others. We look for mentors, guides, and leaders to show us the way. We seek validation and encouragement from friends, family, and colleagues. While these things can certainly be helpful and inspiring, the most powerful force that can propel you forward is the faith and trust you have in yourself. Believing in yourself is the key to unlocking the strength that lies within you. This faith isn't about being arrogant or overconfident. It's about recognizing your own potential, understanding that you are capable of achieving great things, and trusting that you have the resources, skills, and resilience to navigate the challenges life presents. Many of us struggle with self-doubt. We question our abilities, our worth, and our potential. When faced with a difficult task or a challenging situation, it's easy to hear the inner voice of doubt telling us that we're not enough, that we don't have what it takes. But let me remind you, this is just a voice, and it doesn't define who you are. True strength comes when you stop listening to that voice and start believing in your own power. It means trusting that no matter what happens, you have the inner resources to get through it. It's about cultivating a deep sense of confidence that allows you to take risks, try new things, and push beyond your comfort zone. When you trust yourself, you give yourself permission to succeed, and you open the door to the strength that's been waiting inside you all along. This trust isn't always something that comes easily. It takes time to build, and it requires you to be kind and patient with yourself. But with each challenge you overcome, your self-belief grows stronger. With every small victory, you build a foundation of confidence that becomes the bedrock of your strength. In the times when life gets tough, when you feel overwhelmed by uncertainty, this trust in yourself becomes your anchor. It's the thing that keeps you grounded when everything else around you feels unstable. When you trust yourself, you know that you can adapt, that you can learn, and that you can keep going no matter how difficult the path may seem. Faith in yourself also means giving yourself permission to fail. We often think that failure is something to be avoided at all costs, but failure is a natural part of growth. It is through failure that we learn our greatest lessons. When you trust yourself, you understand that failure does not define you, it refines you. It teaches you what works, what doesn't, and what you can do differently next time. There is an incredible power in self-trust. It is the belief that, regardless of external circumstances, you have the ability to figure things out, to rise to the occasion, and to face whatever comes your way. When you trust yourself, you are no longer dependent on others to provide validation or assurance. Instead, you draw upon your own inner strength and wisdom, knowing that you have everything you need to succeed. This kind of trust also empowers you to act decisively. When you believe in your abilities, you are not paralyzed by fear or indecision. You move forward with purpose, confident that even if you don't have all the answers right away, you will find them along the way. Your faith in yourself allows you to take action, to step into the unknown, and to embrace the journey ahead with courage and conviction. Building faith in yourself requires practice. Start by acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small. Celebrate the moments when you have pushed through difficult circumstances, and reflect on the lessons you've learned along the way. Surround yourself with affirmations that remind you of your worth and potential. And most importantly, be compassionate with yourself. Trust is built over time. And the more you practice self-belief, the stronger your faith in yourself will become. When you trust yourself, you create a solid foundation on which to build your strength. It becomes the cornerstone of your success, the wellspring from which you draw the power to face challenges and rise above them. Trusting yourself allows you to access the strength that has always been within you, enabling you to step confidently into the future, knowing that you are capable of handling whatever life throws your way. Perseverance is one of the most essential ingredients for success. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well, when the path is clear, and when success feels within reach. But true strength is revealed not in moments of ease, but in times of difficulty and challenge. When the road ahead is hard, when obstacles seem insurmountable, and when the pressure feels unbearable, it is perseverance that will carry you forward. Perseverance is more than just the act of continuing when things get tough. It's the mindset that refuses to give up, the unwavering determination to keep moving forward despite setbacks, failures, and discouragement. It's the ability to maintain focus and stay committed to your goals, even when the circumstances seem to push you in the opposite direction. When we encounter hardships, it's natural to feel like giving up. We want to quit, to walk away from the struggle, to find an easier path. But this is precisely when perseverance becomes most important. It is in the hardest moments that we have the opportunity to grow the most. Challenges push us to discover strengths we never knew we had, to learn lessons that will serve us for the rest of our lives, and to build resilience that will carry us through future difficulties. The power of perseverance lies in its ability to transform struggle into strength. Every time you face a difficult situation and continue to push through it, you build endurance. It's like running a race. The first few steps may be the hardest, but with each stride, you build momentum. The more you persevere, the more capable you become of handling even greater challenges. It's important to understand that perseverance is not about ignoring the pain or pretending that everything is fine when it's not. It's about acknowledging the difficulty and yet choosing to continue moving forward. It's about understanding that setbacks are not permanent, that failures are not fatal, and that success is often found by those who refuse to quit when things get tough. One of the key aspects of perseverance is maintaining a long-term perspective. In the midst of difficulty, it's easy to become consumed by the immediate challenges and lose sight of the bigger picture. But if you can remember why you started, if you can hold on to the vision of what you are working towards, you'll find the strength to keep going. The journey may be long and it may be difficult, but the rewards at the end are worth the struggle. In fact, perseverance often leads to unexpected rewards. The process of working through adversity and overcoming obstacles not only brings growth, but it often leads to outcomes that are far greater than we initially imagined. When we persevere, we develop new skills, discover new strengths, and build a character that is resilient and unshakable. Perseverance also involves patience. It's about accepting that success doesn't always come quickly, and that progress is often made in small, incremental steps. There will be times when you don't see immediate results, when it feels like your efforts aren't yielding the rewards you expect. But it's during these times that perseverance is most crucial. Just because progress isn't visible doesn't mean it isn't happening. Trust that every step you take, no matter how small, is moving you closer to your goal. Moreover, perseverance allows you to embrace failure as part of the process. Failure is not the end. It is simply a stepping stone on the path to success. Many of the most successful people in history have faced multiple failures before achieving their goals. What sets them apart is their ability to keep going after each setback. When you embrace failure as a natural part of the journey, you free yourself from the fear of making mistakes and open yourself up to learning and growing through each experience. The road may be hard, but that's where the power of perseverance shines. When you embrace perseverance, you begin to see obstacles not as barriers, but as opportunities to prove to yourself just how strong you really are. Every time you press on, even when the road is tough, you strengthen your resolve and build the resilience that will carry you through future challenges. So remember this: when the road gets tough, don't give up. Embrace the power of perseverance. Trust that with each step, you are getting closer to your goal. And know that the strength to keep going is already within you. It's just waiting for you to tap into it. Keep moving forward, no matter how hard it gets. Because every step you take is a step toward becoming the person you were always meant to be. The people you surround yourself with have an undeniable influence on your life. They shape your thoughts, your attitudes, and your outlook on the world. When you are striving to unlock your inner strength, it becomes crucial to surround yourself with positivity and supportive individuals who encourage your growth and push you toward your highest potential. Positivity is like fuel for the soul. It uplifts you, energizes you, and helps you maintain a hopeful, optimistic perspective, especially when life presents challenges. Positive energy isn't just about being happy all the time or ignoring the difficulties of life. It's about choosing to focus on solutions, on what can be learned, and on what you can control. Positivity helps you to see the silver lining in every situation and reminds you that setbacks are only temporary. When you're surrounded by positive influences, you're more likely to see the opportunity in challenges rather than getting bogged down by the difficulties themselves. Positive people don't just avoid complaining or negativity, they actively choose to speak words of encouragement, affirmation, and hope. They empower you to keep going, even when the going gets tough. Their optimism becomes contagious, lifting your spirits and reminding you of the strength that lies within you. But positivity alone isn't enough. It's important to be around people who are supportive, those who genuinely care about your success and well-being. Supportive people are not just cheerleaders. They are the ones who offer guidance, provide a listening ear, and give constructive feedback when needed. These individuals are there for you not just in your moments of success, but also in your struggles. They help you maintain perspective, keep you grounded, and offer practical advice that helps you move forward. The right people will challenge you to be your best, without pushing you too hard or making you feel inadequate. They will respect your boundaries, encourage your growth, and be patient with you as you navigate the ups and downs of life. They understand that life is a journey, and they are committed to walking alongside you through it, offering support and encouragement along the way. The importance of surrounding yourself with supportive people cannot be overstated. Research has shown that having a strong support system is crucial for mental health and overall well-being. When you have people who believe in you and your abilities, it boosts your confidence and helps you feel more capable of handling the challenges that come your way. They offer reassurance when you feel uncertain, celebrate your victories with you, and pick you up when you fall. However, it's equally important to be mindful of the people who drain you, those who undermine your confidence or feed into your doubts and fears. Negative or toxic relationships can have the opposite effect, causing you to question your worth, your abilities, and your potential. If you find yourself in relationships that consistently bring you down or hold you back, it may be time to reevaluate their place in your life. You deserve to be surrounded by people who lift you up, not those who diminish you. One of the most powerful things you can do to support your own growth is to seek out mentors, friends, or colleagues who inspire you. These individuals can provide you with guidance, offer wisdom from their own experiences, and remind you that you are capable of achieving great things. They can help you see beyond your current circumstances and encourage you to aim higher, dream bigger, and strive for more. In addition to people, immerse yourself in positive environments and uplifting media. Fill your space with things that inspire you: books, podcasts, music, or even a simple quote on the wall. Surrounding yourself with positivity extends beyond the people. It's about creating an environment that nourishes your mind and spirit, one that encourages growth and strength. It's also important to be that positive influence for others. The energy you bring into your relationships impacts those around you. By offering encouragement and support, you contribute to creating a community of strength and positivity. You not only benefit from the support you receive, but you also become a source of strength for others. In times of struggle, the people around you can make all the difference. Their positivity and support can provide the strength you need to keep moving forward. When you feel like giving up, a word of encouragement from a friend, a mentor's guidance, or simply the presence of someone who believes in you can reignite your motivation and remind you of the strength that resides within you. So take a moment to reflect on the people in your life. Are they lifting you up? Are they supporting your growth and encouraging your potential? If not, it might be time to seek out new connections, ones that will empower you and help you unlock the strength you need. Surround yourself with people who bring out the best in you, and you will find that your own strength becomes more accessible, more visible, and more powerful.